didn't start until that event.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's now cross over to a video comment from David Nthumbe. Listening.
And one of the ways is to look at sharing the risk. And how you can share the risk is by mentoring the SME sector, so that then you reduce their risks and banks will find them friendly.
To a close, how are we mentoring SMEs? Very briefly, how do we mentor SMEs so that banks don't term them as high risk?
I guess it's also a bit difficult to look at all these SMEs in terms of, in the same category, put them all in one category. SMEs, by and large, we are referring to the informal economy. The informal economy right now is the largest employer. About 14 million plus individuals are engaged in various business activities in the SMEs. So we really need to look at what activities are they engaged in, what kind of businesses are they engaged in, instead of looking at them as one monolith that can be treated in the same way. Yeah?
Okay.
So until we understand those dynamics, it will be very, very difficult for a uniform approach or a more informed approach in terms of how credit should be accessed to them and at what rates and so forth.
Yes. Our great director has made time for 2 more tweets, so let's sample them. Herbert Onyango says banks will employ since their profitability will increase. There will be circulation of money in the economy they'll remove stringent restrictions on lending. He's more for the repeal.
Well, I would probably agree on the part of profitability to a certain extent, but on the part of employment, we all know right now that it's a very digital economy.
Yes.
So when we've actually seen the same banks also cutting down on their workforce because they're able to do most of those functions using technology. So we might not necessarily see an increase in employment, but of course bank profitability might just be able to sustain itself at current rates. But by and large, is that a good thing for everybody? Well, I guess the other thing is, as you scroll the numbers for the stock market, people need to cross over and buy those shares of those banks to benefit there as investors, because that's the only way you can get to reap from what is happening right now.
Okay, last tweet before we wind up at K Bonim Tetezi. He says the interest rate cap had choked credit to small businesses, damaging our economy and exposing individuals and SMEs to unregulated borrowing from Shylocks and mobile lenders. MPs have done well to lift it. He is for the repeal of your facial expression is, what are your 2 cents, very briefly?
That's very difficult. I would probably say let's leave that to time. In the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, I think the data that comes out will be able to inform us whether the rate cap per se worked or the rate cap did not work.
Okay.
But I think it's too early in the day to conclude that SMEs might gain.
Isaac, we're very grateful that you made time. This has been a very insightful conversation. But before we let you go, 30 seconds, look straight into camera 2 and just tell us, where do we go from here now that the interest rates are back?
The discussion that we need to have right now is why are lending rates or interest rates in the economy by and large high? And I think until we address these factors, and I think the top of the list is really the government and its borrowing activities. So if we can have a discussion around that on how borrowing can be contained and more money availed to lending for everybody else, then the private sector will be able to take this money and be able to do more productive activities. And the jobs that are being lost currently will probably be recovered and even more made. And in the process, we'll have a more prosperous economy with more inclusive growth. But as long as the issue of borrowing, runaway borrowing is not addressed, then it won't matter what administrative or legal actions we take. Lending rates will continue to be dicey and everything will continue to be volatile.
Thank you, Isaac. Well, we've come to a close of the show. As we always say, every good thing has to come to an end. But before we finish, we must dose each other with a bitter dose of the truth, right? Now, in case you didn't know, Senate has voted and approved that the government can raise its debt ceiling. However, if interest rates are to go down, then the government must reduce its appetite for borrowing. But the government, which says it wants to increase credit to the SMEs at whatever cost, wants to borrow more from wherever and whoever. Not concessional, but commercial, because they have not even told us how they're going to restructure that debt. So for you who's thinking you might be borrowing at good rates, you might want to think twice. Buckle up. The economy is about to get tougher. Njoro Ganga, Metropole Debrief.
Hello and welcome to your #1 premier business channel, Metropole TV, and welcome to your #1 premier tech business show, Game Changers. My name is Tabitha Muthoni, and let's have a look at tech trends that are shaping Kenya's tech market. We begin with Safaricom. Yes, can tap here. All right, Safaricom Home Fiber, new fiber plans, not cheap for business customers. And now we see that Safaricom fiber services and related products have been around for a while. The fifth to the home is the most popular product and serves homes that are close to areas connected by its fiber network, which include many parts in Nairobi and central Kenya, as well as select towns in the country. Now, the other product is fiber for business customers. Unlike fifth, business coverage is not as robust but matches a similar product offered by the likes of Telkom. Safaricom says it has connected 3,000 buildings so far and plans to push that number to 4,500 by the first quarter of 2020. And moving on to another tech trend that is shaping Kenya's tech space or tech market is consumer benefits of using fintech for diaspora. Now, diaspora remittance for most Kenyans living abroad sending money back home can at times be a costly and a complicated ordeal. Traditionally, most of these Kenyans in the diaspora have always relied on traditional banking methods and other money transfer operators to send their remittance. Now, using these financial service providers has, however, been costly. The senders have always found themselves spending a huge percentage of the money as transaction charges, meaning the family and friends they send money to receive less money. That is actually true because now fintechs are, however, disrupting this space by offering cheaper alternatives for people to send and receive money. These fintech companies like Opesi Money Transfer are taking aim at the steep cost of international money transfer. Recent data from the Central Bank of Kenya showed that diaspora inflows in the country rose to 30.4 billion Kenya shillings in June compared to 25.1 billion Kenya shillings in May. Now, this is the highest amount ever. Fintech companies played a huge role in this, providing a faster and reliable alternative for people in the diaspora to send money back home. And moving on to another tech trend shaping our tech market, Equity Bank's diaspora remittance volumes, another remittance issue in the tech space that hit 100 billion shillings in just 9 months. All right, now, Equity's diaspora remittance volumes hit 100 billion shillings in the 9 months to September. Now, this helped boost the lender's forex trading income to 2.84 billion shillings in the period. The volume grew by 28% compared to the same period in 2018 when the bank handled 79.8 billion Kenya shillings, which means that it is now on track to account for equivalent of over half the remittances coming into the country. Equity Group CEO Dr. James Mwangi said the lender is leveraging on its fintech partnerships to drive the volume of remittances it is handling. Now, the direct commissions earned from handling the remittances rather stood at 602 million Kenya shillings, having grown by 8% from 557 million Kenya shillings in the same period in 2018. And that's all we had for tech trends that are shaping Kenya's tech space. Now we take a very quick break, but when we do come back, a lot more lined for you. Welcome back. You're watching Game Changers. Now, next we shall be looking onto how landlords can engage with people who are looking for property or rentals, and there are people who are called finders. These are the people that link the landlords and the seekers, and they go by the name Export Company. Now, joining me is Nekoye Nzaule, hey, quite tough name, Chief Operations Officer from Export Company Limited. Welcome, Nekoye.
Thank you so much.
So actually, no, I think Export is a very interesting name, but maybe you can tell us how you came about to form the name Export. What does it mean?
Export,
Yeah.
when you look at the pod, we took it from the perspective of a bean seed. It is inside a pod,
Yeah.
and when it is inside a pod, that is its safety place.
Uh-huh.
So for us, Export, you're looking like, if you're looking for a house, you need to be safe.
Yeah.
And the X is supposed, if you look at it carefully, it's a cross. So
Yeah.
it means coming together. So you're coming together at a safe place,
Yeah.
where we are having seekers being safe and the landlords are safe. Yes.
All right. So let's go to the kind of services that you guys offer. What kind of services do you guys offer?
We offer, if you're looking for a property, it might be a residential property, a commercial property, or land.
Yeah.
So our services are, we make it easier for you to get what you want with the technology system currently.
Yeah.
Everything you can do it on phone. That's why we thought if you can get your food through the phone, you can get your transport through the phone. Why can't you go ahead and get
Property.
what you're looking for,
Yeah.
property, which is one of the basic need, through the phone as well.
Okay, so maybe, for example, I'm looking for a one-bedroom house in maybe Ruaka. How do I go about it? We have seen what is on your website. The first thing that I see, the beautiful colors that you have, and now these are the features that you are there. Yeah, and then now about us, you have told us, and then now how it works. Maybe we can go and see. Yes, now I'm looking for a one-bedroom house. How do I go about that?
So you have your location, the place that you want the house or the property to be.
Yeah.
So you come here and
Okay, yeah, so maybe our graphics personnel can type from that end, Ruaka.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking for a house in Ruaka.
Yeah.
That is the location. And then, yeah, so
Ruaka town, yeah.
you're specific on where you want, Ruaka town. And then you put the number of bedrooms that you're looking for in that location.
2-bedroom, okay.
And then, okay, if you want a garden,
Preferences,
yeah,
yeah.
you put the size of garden that you're looking for. And apart from the size of garden, you can put the other things. You want a place in Ruaka town that has a parking that is close to a certain school or a
Yeah.
certain amenity. You're looking, let's say, to have a gym or a school, depending on on your family.
Yeah.
So you put everything that you need there. And then after you're done with the thing that you want, you put your budget. How much do you want to pay?
Okay, 50,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after you've keyed in that, it will show you the
The
button next.
option.
Yeah. And then it will show you that what you're looking for is residential and supposed to be in Ruaka town, and your budget is 50,000. So in that 50,000, you're
Yeah.
going to pay a fee to the finder. The finder is the person who has the information about the property. They know there's a house in Ruaka that is residential, and
Which
it has
is you guys now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has 2 bedrooms,
Yeah.
and it has a gym at the same place. It has a parking.
Yeah.
So you need to pay a fee of 10,000. So when you agree with the fee, you'll go in and key your name.
The fee comes with for example, no, how much the price that you are looking for depends with the fee depends with the price that you are looking for.
Yeah, with the rent that you want to pay, and also the location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it varies, yeah?
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah.
So all that is calculated with the app. Yeah, but it will show you before you go ahead that this is your fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my fee will be 10,000 Kenya shillings.
Yes.
Okay, and then how do I move from there?
Yeah, you put your name in, and then you put your phone number. After
Okay.
you've put your phone number, the message will come on your phone from Export.
Yeah.
And then it will tell you you confirm the things that you say you wanted, and then you'll be able to pay your fee. After you pay the
Is it real time? Does it take longer to
No.
send the message?
everything is
Real time.
yeah, real time. So you pay your money,
Yeah.
and then the finder, as now,
Yeah.
a person in Ruaka, one of our finders, will get the message that there is a seeker looking for a place in Ruaka and the specification, and any finder who has that specification, they will accept it from their phone, because they are connected to the app as well. So once they accept, it will go back to export, and you'll be notified, you the seeker, that
Yeah.
the place that you're looking for, there's someone ready to show you.
Yeah.
And we usually give a minimum of 3 places to see, but the 3 places has the specification that you need. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is the relationship between you and the seeker, the person who is looking for property.
Yeah.
How is the relationship between you and the landlord?
The landlord
Yeah.
might be a finder as well, because you have the property.
Yes.
So you can go and put your property, that I have this property and these are the specifications. So if someone is looking for it,
Yeah.
you can take that offer to show them, but you can't show them just the one property. We said it is a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it is not the landlord who is included, the finder now goes to the area around them and look for the property. So
Yeah.
you're able to know the landlord.
Physically, yeah?
Yeah, and then when you accept the request, you take the seeker to the landlord. That ensures that there's no hidden cost. As long as the finder has connected you to the landlord, now it is between the two of you.
Wow.
You are looking for a property, I've shown you the property, this is the landlord. You guys can agree on what next. Yeah.
And you guys do that to ensure that whatever you're offering your clients is genuine, there are no hidden costs, and there is no line that send me this, send the amount, and then when they come, they don't find a house.
No, everything is done on with the app.
Yeah.
And even the finder, before the finder is paid, after you have seen the places, and you go back to the app and say that you have seen the place, and if there's any complaint, there's time for you to raise it, so
Yeah.
your money is still being held by the expert. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a 3-bedroom and you're shown 2-bedroom, that was not to a specification.
Yeah.
So if it is a genuine complaint, you are refunded your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And how much do the landlords pay? What's their fee? Do they have a fee?
No,
Okay.
the landlords don't pay anything.
It's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, it's free for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so far, you've been in the market. You started this year, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so being in the market for that duration, how is the uptake so far? And looking at your market research, how is the uptake on your end?
We are doing well
Yeah?
so far, being a new thing in the real estate, you know, in
Yeah.
bringing in about innovation and technology. Because I think people are tired with this thing of the agent, real estate agent,
Yeah.
who promises you that you're going to see a house. But at the end of it, they tell you that so many people have called me,
Yeah.
they want to see the same property. So the only way I can assure you that you have this property is you need to pay the deposit
Upfront.
prior to.
Yeah.
And as now so many people are busy, you're like, I'm going to miss that house, so let me just pay the money.
Yeah.
Before you know it, that number that you use is not working.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's safe. And now everyone wants safety, and also it is time. You know, working on your phone is very easy. You can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I think people are picking up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And so far, this is the last page. This is where I will end my search at.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You don't have houses that you showcase on your website, like, you know, that is good for people to see, like, I'm buying a 3-bedroom, this is how it looks like.
We
don't
don't
do
have
that?
we don't have the photos. Reason being,
Uh-huh.
now with technology
Yeah.
is good. We say technology is a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I can go to a room,
Yeah.
you want a 2-bedroom, right? You want a master bedroom, and you want a smaller room. But I can take, depending on the angle that I'm taking the photos, you don't know the size of the bedroom.
Yeah,
So you think
true.
it's a master bedroom, but they're
Uh-huh.
both tiny bedrooms.
Yeah.
And I can edit the thing, because I know what you're looking for, so I'll edit it so that you can fall for it.
Yeah.
And actually, we have had some people who are looking for houses, and they're saying, don't show me the photos, show me the real thing,
Yeah.
which is good. Because with the photos, you can be shown anything. You can go and download photos from any app
Yeah.
and show to a person, and then
Wow.
they fall for it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we decided, this is what you're looking for, we'll show you.
Come see it yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. All right, so what other challenges have you faced?
Making people to pay before seeing the property is a bit of a challenge because people are used to being conned.
Yeah.
So to convince them that here you're not being conned, this is real, is a bit of a challenge, but I think we'll get over it because marketing can do well with a word of mouth. So someone who has used our app and they found it's working and they were not conned with anything will help us tell the other people that this is okay, I've used it. And another thing, we said minimum of 3 properties. It's a bit of a challenge to get 3 properties of the same specification. In one location.
All right. Any other challenge?
Another thing is just about
the trust.
The trust with the seekers, which there's nothing wrong with that. Some of us have been in the same place. We have had our money, you shop online and then your money disappears. You can't report because it was an online thing. But export, we want to reshape the real estate market. You can trust the online app. Your money is safe. What you're looking for, you'll find it.
Wow. And what's your mode of payment?
A mode of payment is M-Pesa. That's why the message comes back to your phone. And when it comes back to your phone, it also brings for you a code. So you key in the code to verify that you are the one looking for the place. That's all still about safety. And then you're the one who is going to pay. Because if you put somebody else's number, it means you can't verify that property.
All right. And as export being there for 1 year now, the uptake is great so far. What future are you looking into?
Our future, we just don't want to be buyer and seller, that is the seekers and the finder selling what we have and they're buying the property. We are looking to venture into development and like the real estate, the whole of the market, get export into it.
All right. Thank you so much, Nekoye. Quite impressive what you guys are doing, and all the best.
Thank you.
All right. And we take a short break. Game Changers will be right back with more.
Focus of body and mind is crucial for a productive day.
Work on the obliques.
We'll look at trends that affect your business day.
Who has a bird's eye view of the whole economy?
These are things that the government should be able to spell out for Kenyans.
An in-depth analysis of the markets.
Markets have been very fearful.
Deploy the capital into investment opportunities.
Business headlines covered extensively.
71 years.
Inspire the whole spectrum of entrepreneurs.
Maneuvered in the harsh economies and all that.
With financial and business literacy in a language easy to understand.
At the simplest form, contracts. The creation of the human mind.
As we look at the boss lady in her element as a woman and a boss.
That women can have access.
As we journey you through farms and produce markets.
This is money.
Taking a breather and even in that, learn a thing or two.
Global map of growth rates.
Taking a look at the business of entertainment.
Movies, fashion, beauty.
Following the money in sports.
Then you widen your stance.
Before switching off our mics and let you have your say.
The economy is undergoing a serious hardship.
Looking at technology as it affects your day-to-day business.
The customer will get notification.
This is Metropole TV.
All right, a very warm welcome back to Game Changers, your number one tech service show whose aim is to bring you and me up to speed on trending and emerging technologies that are adaptable in and out of our daily interactions. Next, we shall be looking into how best we can enhance trust in the e-commerce space. And to help me discuss this on how we can go about enhancing trust is Mr. Robert Kamaru, founder and CEO, Escrow Kenya. They have been in the industry for over now 13 months. That is 1 year, 1 month. We can say we can trust them, right? Okay, so welcome, Mr. Robert.
Thank you so much for having me, Tabitha.
All right, I love the name Escrow.
Thank
and I love
you.
the fact that you guys have been there for now 13 months,
Yeah.
1 year,
Yeah.
1 month,
Yeah.
which is quite commendable.
Thank
looking
you.
at what you guys have done so far.
Yeah.
And maybe you can start with understanding what is Escrow. How did you come about with the name?
Now, escrow is, it's not exactly a creative name, it's actually an English word.
Yeah.
It describes arrangements in where a trusted middle party holds money and instruments on behalf of two other parties who are transacting, and ensures that these two parties fulfill their obligations. In case there are any disputes, then they help in arbitrating the disputes. And that's where we borrowed. It's very common in the property market.
Yeah.
We are kind of just replicating that in the e-commerce space. Online buyers do not trust online merchants.
Yeah.
You're selling me a phone, I don't trust you, I don't know you. So we come in between the two parties, we hold the buyer's payment, ask the seller to deliver the items that are being bought, and then when the buyer confirms that they received the item, we release the money to the seller.
Okay.
Just simply like that.
Yeah, you're the intermediary between the customer, not the buyer, and the seller.
That's correct.
Yeah, so maybe we can look at with a lot of cyber crimes affecting business transactions in the country, this has been a trend, yeah? So how do you deal with the uptick on your end?
Now, for one, when you mention cybercrime, apart from the point of say now where people take others' money and they do not fulfill their obligations, we have issues of, say, like credit card fraud, where somebody uses another person's credit card to make payment. Now, for us, we are currently not accepting cards, but we have plans to be accepting cards in the future. But then that would be determined by whether the card processor would restrict payments to be only coming from cards that have 3D verification. With 3D verification, you get that you not only key in the card details, but you also maybe get an SMS with an OTP, or you get an email confirming that you're actually the one who owns that card. Yeah.
So maybe we can look at how it works on the ground. Yeah? I want to buy something that I have seen online, maybe from Amazon, a certain dealer, someone is selling maybe a dress, a shoe. How do you go about that?
Now, here's how it works. We have two ways through which transactions can be created and executed on our website. One is where they are created manually on our website. Amazon would be quite ambitious. I'd probably look at maybe on a Facebook group or on platforms like Pigiami, or Gigi, these digital marketplaces.
Tech,
I'm like, I really like what you're selling, but then I don't know you, I don't trust you. But there is this company, Escrow Kenya. Could we at least transact through that platform? So once we agree to that, either the seller or the buyer can initiate the transaction. So they just come to our website, escrowkenya.com, sign up, and then we have a start transaction button where you click, you get an order form where you indicate, I am selling, say, a phone, selling it for this much. We've agreed that it should reach the buyer, say, by the day after tomorrow, 21st. I indicate that date, and then I provide their phone number or email address. Once I create that transaction, the other party, that's the buyer, gets an SMS, gets an email inviting them to join that transaction. So they'll just, if they haven't registered, then they register, then they'll find the transaction already created in their account. So they just accept that invitation, and the next thing they make payment. We have two payment options.
Yeah.
Customers can make payment using M-Pesa, or they can make payments for large transactions, say in hundreds of thousands. They make payment using transfers to our bank. So we receive the payment, and it's updated automatically. The seller gets a notification. We have received money in escrow. You'll see it in your account balance. Proceed with delivery. So the seller logs in, confirms, oh, the money is actually here in my Escrow Kenya account.
Yeah.
I can proceed with delivery. So they deliver the goods and then just sit back.
Yeah.
When the buyer receives their goods and they confirm that everything is okay, just log into their Escrow Kenya account, open the order, click approve order, and the money is released to the seller. In case the buyer does not receive whatever they were buying, there's a waiting time. Say we've said it's supposed to reach the buyer by 21st. So on 21st, the buyer will see another button there. Beside approve order, they'll see a button, dispute order. So they are, by clicking that, they are letting us know there is a problem. I did not receive the goods, or whatever I received is significantly not as I expected. So they raise a dispute. They have the option to communicate with the seller on our chat system. If they resolve the dispute, then the buyer can just withdraw the dispute and the money is made available. Alternatively, they can escalate the dispute to us. We contact the seller, ask them to provide proof of delivery. We verify the proof of delivery. If we are able to validate it, then we deny the claim. That's how we protect sellers as well. In that we continue holding the money until we establish that delivery was actually not done. But if the seller is unable to provide that, or they provide fake information about delivery, we rule the case based on the buyer's favor, and the buyer gets a refund.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite challenging. So have you had cases where you have returned money to maybe a buyer?
Yeah, out of we have about 440 something. As of this morning, there were 444 transactions. Out of those, we've had 12. We've had 12 where there were issues. Out of those 12, 10 were genuine, where we refunded the buyer. 2 were not genuine. The buyer was attempting to scam the seller. So we were able to get the proof of delivery. We were able to validate it, and we denied the claim to the buyer. Yeah.
So what, besides the trust issues, what other challenges are you facing?
Currently, I'd say the biggest challenge we are facing is that, because in a way, not even in a way, we are removing trust issues between the buyer and the seller. But then in effect, we are transferring the trust issues to the two-party against us. Because for a transaction to happen, then both the buyer and the seller must be sold out on using our service. So to counter that, we are creating massive awareness about our services. I know it takes time, especially given it's a really new business. Nobody else has done this in Kenya. So yeah, but I'd say we are kind of dealing with it well.
And in terms of creating awareness that you've just mentioned, how have you stood from the rest of e-commerce service providers in the country?
Like I mentioned, we are really a new business, and it's a totally new concept in Kenya. So we don't really have people we can benchmark with. But of course, we do a lot of digital campaigns on all social media platforms, even on YouTube. We've been lucky to be consistently featured in the media every now and then, and even recently in the KCB Lions Den, we were there. So all these factors are giving us good credibility, which is very much needed on a day-to-day basis.
And looking at maybe legal requirements or any other requirements that I would need to set up this kind of business, what are these legal requirements that one would need to set up an online trade just like you guys?
To set up an internet escrow service business? That's an interesting question, because just now we've come from having a meeting with CBK. It happens to be a really new area, and like with most tech products, especially fintech, there is constant need for formulation of regulations and policies on that. So at best, we are working with CBK, who is our potential regulator, in what requirements
Yeah.
we would need, or we would what policies we would need to have in place. Yeah. So the important thing is that we are working with the regulator. Yes.
And there are risks involved.
Yes.
How do you manage that?
For one, I'd say the most serious risk we would be facing would be regulatory risk, where you are operating without compliance to regulations.
Yeah.
You don't want a situation where you're growing and then once you've grown, you're shut down. So which we are already addressing, like I've mentioned. The other risk would probably be now fraud, outright fraud, where somebody uses another person's financial mode of payment to make payment, and then there's a whole case. That's why we are currently staying away from cards.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, we are looking for ways to take care of that.
Yeah. Great. And so far being featured on KCB Lions Day and getting all this media publicity out there, what can we say? And you have mentioned something very important, 444
Yes.
transactions that you have done today
Yes.
so far.
Yeah.
So what future are you looking into?
Oh, and I forgot to mention, I mentioned only one way through which transactions can be created. We have a second way, which is our core business strategy. We have an API offering through which people who have e-commerce stores, you sell products on our website. We can just give you some code you put on your website, such that a buyer will have the option to either pay through escrow or just pay to you directly. This we are also offering to digital marketplaces, the likes of Gigi. Gigi was the former OLX. The likes of Pigiami. When they put that on their marketplaces, we will be able to secure transactions on that website in the background. So that would really help, especially with digital marketplaces. You'll find that there are certain marketplaces where you mention this and they are like, oh, those guys, that's a place full of scammers. We're going to get rid of that. That's actually our core strategy, where we are the team working in the background, making payments and business on digital marketplaces secure.
And before we come to the future and conclude, how is your team like? What number of people are you working with?
Right now we are a team of 8. We are myself and my co-founder, and 2 more shareholders. Then we have we have a team of 2 in the office taking care of operations, and another one who is the developer. As the business probably grows, especially with the coming of the API, then we'd probably need more people, especially in the customer service and support.
And maybe extend or rather have more services?
Probably have more services. I can't say we are not ambitious. We are quite an ambitious lot. We would definitely be looking toward the property market, because we get a lot of inquiries. People in diaspora, I want to buy land, but I'm not sure if I send money to family, watakula, friends, all such things. Yes, we are definitely very ambitious. We'll be looking forward to that, but for now we are just growing. We are a baby. We are just growing.
You're making it in the Kenyan tech space. So what future are we looking into?
The future we are looking at is where we are. You'll find us on major digital marketplaces, not only in Kenya, even in East Africa and the rest of Africa, and who knows, even the rest of the world.
Wow. Wow. All right, so that is your camera. You can tell people they can find you on social media, and maybe even your physical location.
So you can find us on all social media platforms. We are at Escrow Kenya, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even on YouTube and LinkedIn. You can find us on our website, www.escrowkenya.com, and also you're always welcome to our offices along Thika Road, opposite Garden City Mall, a building called Blessed House, first floor, suite 56.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Tabitha.
Quite a game changer.
Thank you.
Okay, so there you've had it, and the best thing that you can do as Kenyans is support upcoming tech game changers in the tech industry to improve Kenya's tech market. From me, Tabitha Muthoni, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching Game Changers and enjoy the rest of your viewing.
Haya, 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 hoya. Wewe. Haya basi, wewe hujambo mtazamaji na karibu kwenye awamu nyingine ya kipindi cha The Hustle. Na hii wiki nakuambia tumebobea. Githeri mama yao nakwambia utasemeaje. Ungana na Tabitha Muthoni tukiwa ndani ya Pipeline ambapo tunaenda kuangazia hii biashara ya githeri, upishi, uuzaji na pia biashara yake ina faida gani. Haya basi, ungana nami napoenda ndani ya Baraka Super Hotel kukutana mwenyeji hapa ambaye ni Mama Peter. Karibuni.
They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And with a plate of githeri, a healthy, balanced and nutritious meal here at Mama Peter's Baraka Super Hotel, you can never go hungry.
Mimi kwa majina ni Teresa Wambui Kimani. Ama huku wananitambulisha kama Mama Peter, Mama Grace, Mama Georgie, Mama Mbuzia, mama watoto wengi.
Sasa tunataka kuelewa hii safari yako, nini ilikusukuma? Twende straight to the point ya. Nini ilifanya wewe uketi chini useme mimi nitaanza kazi ya kuuza githeri? Nini ilikusukuma useme hivyo?
Mimi nilikuwa nakaa Nakuru. Upande wa Elementaita Kiptangwanyi. Wakati wa 2007, wakati vita ililipuka, nikahama huko. Tukatorokea huko. Mzee wangu alikuwa huko kazi Australia, alikuwa anaishi hapa. Sasa nikatoka huko, tukakuja huko. Sasa kukaa kwa nyumba, sikuwa na la kufanya. Sasa nikaona nitafanyaje, na niko na watoto wako shule. Nilikuwa na watoto 3 secondary tukitoka huko. Na sasa maisha imetulemea. Hawa ni watoto wako secondary na 2 primary. Sasa nikashindwa nitakuwa nikifanya nini. Nikaona wacha nianze tu kupika githeri hapa. Ndio angalau hata pesa ya shule ikikosha watoto watapata ya kukula.
According to the World Bank report of 2019, 76.6% of women in Kenya are self-employed compared to males at 46.2%, with most of them taking up menial jobs.
Nikaanza tu na sufuria 2. Moja ya githeri na hiyo ingine ya maharagwe. Kadogo tu kama kilo 2 hivi na maharagwe kilo 1. Hiyo siku ikakuliwa yote. Na ikaisha.
Sasa ulikuwa nauza ile unapimia watu na kikombe 2020 ama ulikuwa nauzaje?
Nilikuwa tu napima 10. Kwa kikombe inaanza 10 bob.
Mbona githeri na si kitu kingine?
Niko tu. Sasa hiyo ndio nilikuwa nimefikiria kwanza. Ndio hata ikibaki, hata ikikosa kununuliwa watoto wangu wakule. Juu sikuwa na kazi.
Na tena si rahisi iharibike.
Na si rahisi iharibike. Waesa kula hiyo jioni na wakule hii siku ingine. Lakini kwa mapenzi ya Mungu ikakuriwa ikaisha. Hata hiyo jioni nikapikia watoto wangu kitu ingi. Kwa hivyo vile nilikuwa natarajia, Mungu alikuwa amekuja.
Alikuwa shafika tayari amekutangulia na katenda mengi
hata saindi.
Sasa hiyo siku ulitengeneza kama hela ngapi hivi? Faida yenye ulipata day one ilikuwa how much?
Mara ya kwanza hiyo siku sikupata pesa mingi, kutoa maragwe, mahindi, kutoa maji juu hata huku maji ni kununua, kila kitu hapa ni kununua. Nilipata tu 200 na nikashukuru Mungu. Juu sikuwa na pesa ingine. Sasa kesho yake nikaongezea. Mara ya kwanza nilikuwa nimepika kilo 2 na kilo 1 ya maragwe na mahindi hivi. Sasa kesho yake nikaongezea, nikapika kilo 5 za maragwe na mahindi kilo 3 na maragwe tupu nikapika kilo 3 na ikaisha.
Sasa since 2007 mpaka sasa umefanya hii biashara. Kwa nini hujafikiria kubadilisha?
Kwa sababu niliona ni biashara mzuri. Juu hiyo chakula ndio ninalisha watoto wangu nayo. Wanakula, wanashimba, hata wakasahau mahali tulikuwa tunalima. Wanakula, wanashimba, wanasema hata afadhali hapa. Sasa nikaona hii kazi ni mzuri na inanipea pesa. Hakuna hata siku moja au watoto wangu walifukuzwa shule. Na nilikuwa na 3 secondary, 2 Jega primary.
Tunataka tujue, yani wewe unapika vyakula vingi hapa, nimeona kuna githeri ya mbazi, githeri ya maragwe, njahe, ndengu,
mbazi tupu.
Nini nyingine unapika besides hizo?
Napika chapati, napika mchele, napika ugali, hiyo yote.
Na nyama hamna?
Nyama hatuna.
Kwa nini?
Kwa sababu niliona watu wa hii area nimewapima. Nikaona hawataki chakula ya bei kali sana. Na unajua sasa kitu kikiwekwa nyama lazima uongeze bei juu hata hiyo nyama ni bei kali. Sasa nikaona hakuna haja ya kupika nyama. Wakule ile chakula iko. Ikiwa ni ugali wanakula na sukuma, kabeji na ndengu na maragwe hivi.
Na sasa kitu kama ugali na hiyo mix unauza kama how much hivi?
Sasa ugali na sukuma na usa 40. Na mix ya chapo na usa 50
bob. Sasa tuseme ile chakula iko na bei ghali sana hapa ni how much?
Ni mchele na ndengu.
60 bob. Wewe tuseme chakula hapa ni range ya 40 na 60 bob. Mtu hawezi lala njaa. Akikuja kwa Mama Pita, Baraka Super Hotel, there is no way you can sleep hungry. Chakula ni affordable, 40 bob, 60 bob,
50 bob.
Hivi vyakula vyote unamkanga saa ngapi ndio tayarishe?
Kuna watu wanaamuka saa 11:30 hivi.
Hao ndio wafanyikazi. Kuna wafanyikazi wangapi?
Niko na wafanyikazi 5 hivi.
Wow, 5. Kila mtu ana kazi yake.
Ako na kazi yake.
Kuna ule kwa kisha majiko, kuna ule wa kuwekelea chai kwanza,
kuna wachapo, wa kupika chapo na mandazi.
Sasa hii mandazi saa 11 ndio ilikuwa
inakuanga tayari.
Watu waanza kupika.
Mandazi. Anaanza chapo.
Na sasa cereals zako unanunua wapi? Vitu kama mahindi, hiyo mbaazi, maragwe unatoa wapi?
Kuna watu nimepatia onda. Ikiwa ni mahindi inatolewa straight Kikomba ikiwa fresh. Kuna mtu nimepatia onda.
Anakuletea hapa.
Analeta, anadondoa. Daily. Anadondolea huko. Anapepeta huko, inakuwa safi. Analeta hapa ikiwa tayari kutoka Kikombe. Kitu safi, kitu fresh.
Na kuwekelea. Na vitu kama sukuma, cabbage hizo naendea wapi, na pia nyanya, vitunguu vyako unatoa wapi?
Hizi tu nachukuaga tu kwa majirani yangu hapa wa kioski.
Aha. Na sasa ile siku nzuri yenye Mama Peter ameuza akauza kabisa, yani sufuria imebaki bila zote, unaweza kumetengeneza kama how much hivi? Faida ya hiyo siku?
Faida ya hiyo siku ile inakuwaga mzuri. Isipokuwa ni kama hivi chakula iko juu. Unaona maragwe sasa imeshuti sana. Dengu imeshuti.
Kwanza dengu imekuwa gani?
Sasa nanunua na 140 kilo. Unaona hivyo. Sasa wakati ile ziko chini natengenezaga hata faida ya green ama 3 kwa kila siku. Lakini kama saa hii imeshuti hivyo naweza pata kama gili 2, gili 3.
Na hiyo ni kama ushalipa wafanyikazi na pia umelipa hiyo expense ya kununua hizo maragwe. Yaani kwa siku unatoka na ngiri 2, ngiri 3, 4 yako. Na uko tu sawa. Hewo. Na sasa ile siku mbaya yenye leo Mokimo imepiga deki pale haiendi. Githeri pia imekaa imekuangalia, hiyo siku na kwa umetengeneza kangapi hivi?
Wacha niseme kwa mapenzi ya Mungu, mimi nimeona mkono wa Bwana. Hakuna hata siku kutoka hiyo miaka yote, hakuna siku hata moja naweza sema ati sikupata kitu, hata chakula ikibaki. Hiyo naweza danganya Mungu na ni vibaya juu ndio amenifikisha hapa. Hata ikibaki tu kidogo, hakuna siku nimekosa faida yangu.
And on that note, we take a short break. Tutarejea hivi sipunde. Kachonjo, kipindi ni The Hustle.
When you hear the word business, what comes to mind? Skyscrapers, fast-moving economy, technology and innovation, dollar versus the shilling exchange rate, financial markets, or better still, the US versus China trade war? Is there a magic bullet that can spark Kenya into economic growth? How about this? How is Africa the next economic frontier? What does that even mean? Questions that keep popping up. Is foreign aid helping Africa develop, or rather is it stagnating it? Does good politics translate into economic development? Well, on Metropole Debrief, we break down business, telling you why it matters and showing you how and when it affects your bottom line. This and much more on the new season of Metropole Debrief at 8 p.m, where we're bold and balanced.
Hoya wewe kaka dada mahali ulipo, karibu tena kwenye kipindi cha The Hustle. Tulikuwa tumechukua very short break na sasa tunarejea na tuko ndani ya Baraka Super Hotel ndani ya mtaa wa Paipu, ama ukipenda kama vile wenyeji hapo wanasema Pipeline, na tuko na Mama Peter hapa ambaye ametuelezea story yake. Yeye ni mpishi wa githeri na pia ameweza kuchanganya vyakula vingine hapa na pale ili kuweza kujimudu kibiashara na hata pia kimaisha. Sasa Mama Peter, tumeangalia vile ulianzia, tukaangalia mahali umefika. Sasa tuangalie hizi challenges ambazo umeweza kuzipitia na umeweza pia kukumbana nazo. Ni challenges zipi ambazo umeweza kuzipitia kwa hii kazi yako?
Ile challenges napatanaga nayo ni wakati chakula imeshoot. Sasa bei ya cereals ikipanda, unajua sasa hapo faida nayo hutapata vile unapatanga.
Sababu bei ni ile ile.
Bei ni ile ile.
Hawezi badilisha na kwa mtaula ambao watu washakuzoea na unajua watu wa hii area kiwango yao ndio hii. Wacha niseme kiwango yao ndio hii. Hawezi badili na huwezi ongezea bei, sivyo?
Sasa hapo ndio changamoto inakujia. Juu sasa huwezi badilisha ile kipimo unapimaga nayo. Juu sasa ukibadilisha wale watu unausia ni wako hapo, wako hiyo kiwango. Sasa hata wewe ukibadilisha useme hiyo ya 10 utauza 20 ama uuze 30, unaona hata hao wanaumia kusema ukweli. Juu saa ingine hawana wengi wao hawana hiyo kazi, ni wa biashara, unaona. Sasa ile hapo ile inakuja, unajaribu tu kusimamia kazi, lakini si ati unakosa kabisa. Faida ndio inashuka, na we unakubali ndio ushikilie customer wako wasiende ama waanze kujipikia kwa nyumba. Unaona hapo wakiona ni kidogo sana, si wataanza kujipikia kwa nyumba. Sasa na mimi nitaenda wapi na sina kazi? Hiyo ndio kazi yangu na ninaipenda. Kwa hivyo hapo ni kuvumiliana. Hata nikiongeza naongezaga tu na naangaliaga tu kipimo na tiuti kidogo, lakini hawajui. Ndio ni maintain, nifanye maneno ndio bei i-maintain ya hapo lakini kipimo yangu na tiuti kidogo, lakini hawajuangi. Ndio pesa ya kazi irudi na nipate kitu kidogo. Hata ikiwa sitapata mingi, nipate ya kulipa wafanyikazi wangu. Juu hata hao sitaki waende. Renti ya nyumba tena ni bei kali, ni 10,000 ndio nalipanga hii karuni.
Gai. 10,300.
Si ndio?
Kwa nini?
Juu hivyo ndio iko.
Hii ni pipeline pana. Labda nyumba zikiwa chini kidogo, kama ni sababu ni nyumba ya kazi.
Nyumba za kazi hapa ni hivyo. Si kama za kukaa. Ya biashara.
Ama pia analipishia hapa nje.
Hapa
unafanyia. Challenge gani nyingine pia umeweza kupitia?
Challenge nyingine hapa
ile njoo unapigana na wao ama ikwaje?
Hata hao tunapigana na wao. Lakini tumesazoeana juu utafanya nini na ni kazi yako.
Toroka pia.
Sasa wakikuja tunaongea na tunasikizana.
Kwa siku na walipa kama ngapi? 50 bob.
Ni 50 ama 100.
Sasa kwa ule mtu mwenye angetaka kuanzisha biashara kama hii hapo, ni githeri tu, lakini hiyo githeri haba na haba imekujazia kibaba Sasa yule mtu ameketi pale anatazama hiki kipindi anasema ule mama yenyewe mimi amenipea motisha. Pia mimi ningetaka hata mimi nianze kupika githeri. Nianze tu na sufuria moja tu. Hata kama si kubwa kama hiyo yake, nianze tu na ile kidogo. Mtu kama yeye unaweza mu-advise aje?
Wengi hapa nimeshawa-advise. Na kuna watu na ajiri hapa na wakitoka hapa wananiambia, "Madhe, hata mimi nataka kufungua kazi kama hii yako." Na ni wengi hapa. Hata kuna wengine wako nyuma ya hii building. Na wameanza kazi hapa na waajiri wanajua kazi, wanaenda kuweka yao na tunasaidianaga. Sasa wakienda kombo kidogo hivi ama waone biashara imerudi chini, hivyo nimekwambia inashoot, ikiwa ni maharagwe inashoot, jaye inashoot. Sasa wanaona hakuna faida wanapata, na waambiaga kazi ni kuvumilia, na ujue kuna wakati inakujaga hivyo. Kwa hivyo wakati unaigiza ujue kesho kwaweza badilika. Kwa hivyo ujue kesho kwaweza badilika, ukuwe umejiwekea ya kukusimamia hiyo wakati uko chini na wape hiyo advice.
Na sasa nini unaweza sema kwa hiyo miaka yote yenye umefanya since 2007, that is like 12 good years Nini unaweza sema ni siri ya mtu ambaye amejiandika kazi yake?
Kazi ya mtu mimi naonaga ni mzuri sana. Kwa sababu hakuna ati mtu anakuita ama anakuangalilia masaa ya kuamuka ama ya kulala